Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's recap of The Bachelor. It's a special 2-night week. Yay!
The BS continues tonight. They're in Deadwood, and the 7 girls are sitting around wondering, what happened?
Kelsey and Ashley were both eliminated on the 2-on-1 date.
The girls were so happy.
Pour those drinks! Yeah.
Shots, everyone.
So then they have a little cocktail time with Chris. You know, they're getting ready for the rose ceremony. And Megan gets her one-on-one time with Chris, and she's like, you know, I feel like we're not really in the same place that everyone else is, so I want you to just tell me, like, what's the deal with us? And
yeah, you're not the one.
Yeah.
Bye.
I mean, I respect that he was like, it's not going to happen.
Yeah,
so,
I didn't see the two of them getting together anyway.
They didn't even wait for the rose ceremony. He just walked her out, and that was that. So everyone was just like, what?
Is that it? And then Chris Harrison comes out and is like,
We're
One
still
more
having a
is gonna be
ceremony.
cut.
Yep.
So then Chris is like, Chris Harrison, I'm a wimp and I can't do
I
it.
can't do it, coach. Don't put me in. So Chris Harrison's like, all right. All right.
Keep them all. Let them go, let God sort them out.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
Chris is like, all right, guys, we're going to Iowa. And everyone's just like, yeah!
All right, well,
I don't know if they're going to be screaming that when they get there.
they get to Iowa, but they don't go to his hometown right
No.
away. They go to Des Moines, which is a pretty major city.
Yeah.
And it's nice.
It's a city. Everyone's just
Nice.
like, yeah.
I mean, it's not in the middle of nowhere.
It might be giving them the wrong idea about Iowa. Well,
It may
about
be.
his hometown, I should say.
So the date card arrives, and it's for Jade.
It's a one-on-one.
There's 3 one-on-ones actually this week.
3 one-on-ones in one group.
Jade, join me in my hometown.
What? So there is some drama because everyone's like, oh my god, this is a huge opportunity. She gets to go and see like what her life could potentially
Yeah.
be like.
And we're sitting here in Des Moines.
Yeah.
So she's in the car going to the hometown. Hours go by.
It's like a 2 or 3 hour drive from Des Moines.
Lots of corn, lots of cows.
So they get there. Well, she gets there. Chris has got a nice house.
He does have a nice
He's got
house.
a nice setup.
She thinks it's a little bachelorish. I don't know. I thought it was
That looked
pretty
pretty
nice.
good, yeah. So then they're walking around the town, and it is like a ghost town.
Everything is closed.
There's like 3
including
businesses.
The bar,
Yeah.
which is not cool for her. The bar's closed? Where we gonna get our drink on? All right.
Some guy makes coffee at like 5 in the morning.
It's not a store. It's just some guy making coffee. All right. Well, they go to the high school football game because that's where everybody is. And Chris was a high school football player, and that was like his whole life. It's the glory days. So it was so sad at halftime because the guys on the football team doubled as the guys in the band.
I think were the cheerleaders like
They look like moms.
I think. I don't know. I mean, no judgment, but like this is a seriously small town. We're talking about
Right.
people seriously small.
Yeah, he fancies himself a rebel.
Yeah, and we find out Jade has a little secret.
She's got a past.
She's waiting for the right time to tell Chris, but we'll get there.
She's made some bad decisions. She's made some good decisions.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about Whitney's one-on-one date.
Let's look for love in Des Moines.
We know it's Des Moines, just for the record. So they start off their date at this photography museum. They have this exhibit all about like photos that show love and all this stuff.
She's like, wow, this isn't so bad. You know, this town has a museum, and that's pretty cool. And let's take some pictures and document our relationship. Relationships.
So they gave them this beautiful DSLR camera, and they were like, go take pictures around the city.
That was nice. So afterwards, they're in the bar, and 3 of his friends show up who she thought were fans.
It was really weird at first because, yeah, she thought that they were fans or something, so she was kind of just like... And then he's like, these are 3 of my best friends. And she's like, oh my god, how nice to meet you. Oh.
So that went pretty well. She got along with his friends.
Yeah, it
They
seemed
thought
like
she was
it.
pretty cool. But later on, after they left, she explained, I'm kind of worried about hometown dates.
Yeah, hometowns are next week, so everyone's trying to, like, jockey a spot for that and, you know, entice him to come meet their families. So
Right.
she wants to tell him about her family dynamic, which is a little different.
Yeah, her mom was a single mom, and she died tragically after, I guess, some surgery.
I think, yeah, surgical complications,
Right.
she said.
And she really doesn't know her dad. She doesn't have a relationship with him, so that's kind of awful.
She said that she's looking for a husband who has, like, that strong sense of family, and she can kind of,
Yep.
like, you know,
Get in on the
get in
family
on the
thing.
family thing. I think Chris is definitely a good
He's
fit
down
for
with
that.
that.
Yeah,
He's
he's
down
got
with that.
a tight family, it seems like.
So his little surprise for her at the end of the date was one of the pictures in, like, this graffiti thing on the
Art.
wall outside.
Yeah.
On the wall outside the bar.
That's pretty cool.
It was kind of cool.
That's neat.
And it's gonna stay there forever,
Until I paint over it.
or until the bar closes.
Okay.
Right.
It was cool, though.
So while these guys were on their date, all the Chiquitas back at the house decide, you know what? We're just sitting around doing nothing. Why don't we get our A's in the car and drive 1,000,000 hours to Arlington?
What? So there was some division on this initially. Britt was like, oh, well, I would feel really weird going to his hometown without him there and, like,
Right.
showing us around.
But let's do it.
Yeah, then she's like, we're going!
And they find out, unfortunately, that the place is a ghost town.
Yeah, so Carly, Britt, Caitlin, and Becca all went. Jade stayed home because she was just there. And Whitney, of course, was on the one-on-one date.
She had enough punishment already. So the church is closed.
They were trying to
even.
go into all these different buildings, and they were closed, and the church was closed, like you said. But remember, Carly was like, they have the same picture of Jesus that my grandparents had.
There's not that many pictures of Jesus going around, so it takes 1 hour to go to the movies to drive there.
Oh, yeah, they see some locals hanging out on their porch.
Yeah, the pastor is standing out there wearing a Call of Duty t-shirt, and he's like, yeah,
Hey, he
I'm
likes
the
the
pastor.
game. What's wrong with that?
Nothing. So he's telling her, yeah, this place isn't happening. That's why I'm wearing the Call of Duty t-shirt. I
Guess
spend
so.
a lot of time playing video games.
Xbox Live. Okay, so...
Let's talk about the group date.
Okay.
Britt and Carly and Caitlin. I see our future together.
So they go ice skating. They're playing some hockey.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
He's terrible.
He took a couple of spills.
He's just like,
Those falls are just like...
oh. Yeah. Well, back at the ranch, Jade tells the girls who are still there.
Was it a ranch?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it wasn't. I posed for Playboy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Could be bad. We'll find out.
All right. Well, they're on the ice skating rink, and all of a sudden, Britt's like, "Can I steal you?" And then all of a sudden, they're outside with no more skates on.
What? They went outside.
Yeah, but they took the time to, like, take their skates off.
All right.
and-
Relax. There's crazier, more
It's true.
stuff going on than that. So they go and talk, and I gotta say, the scenery that they had during that part was really beautiful.
Yeah, it was. I love that bridge that
Mm-hmm.
they had that's, like, split in half, and then it's beautiful.
Yeah, so they were chatting, and she was like, guess what? We went on a road trip to
And
Arlington.
he's like, "You did?"
Yeah, and she was like, I loved it! It was great!
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
She had this whole story about how she didn't like it at first, and then they were driving back, and she saw the sunset over the cornfields.
I can see myself here.
Ow!
I love it. Yeah. So it's Carly's turn.
Carly was on fire during this episode.
She tells Chris that Britt's a fake ass.
Pretty much.
She said, you know what? When we were driving, she was like, I hate this place. It's a dump. I could never live here.
Yeah, she told it like it was.
And it's bar time.
What about when she drew Britt's face on her hand with the lipstick? That was crazy.
So Chris talks to Britt. And
Yeah, he's like, I need to figure out if Britt is really lying about her true feelings.
she
on
didn't,
Arlington.
She didn't go back on it. She stuck with her story, and she said, and you know what? I want to be a mom, too.
Whoa.
I want to have like 1,000 kids.
I almost snot rocketed just now.
So Caitlin's turn comes for the one-on-one, and he likes her. Mm-hmm. But she's pretty nervous.
She feels like she hasn't been getting as much attention as the other girls, and I kind of see where she's coming from, because I feel like she's kind of been put on the back burner.
That always happens every season, where he connects early on with somebody, and then he kind of puts them on the back burner because he knows where their relationship's at, and he gives a lot of attention to the other girls to try and figure out.
So he feels bad about it, and he wants to give her a little reassurance, so he gives her the group date rose.
So they come back to, this is like deja vu all over again.
This was even more awkward than last week.
I don't know about that. But,
I don't know. Well, I mean...
Well, it was awkward for Britt because she was having a major freak out. I mean major.
A while where no one said anything.
Yeah.
Like a while.
And they come back. Britt's like, you know what? I want to bring him home to my family, and I don't want to be number 2. And she's just like discounting everybody else's feelings and being so selfish.
She was Ed Sheeran thinking out loud.
Yeah. It was really,
it was ugly.
Really awkward.
It was really ugly.
It did get very ugly. But that's where they ended the episode.
Yeah. We don't know what's going to happen yet. Well, we do. But
yeah, we
don't know what's going to happen yet.
Tomorrow, this sideshow continues. It is
it does.
Freak show. All right. Hometowns.
Who's going to go on their hometowns?
The snippet at the end was pretty hilarious, where they're trying to figure out the GPS.
The GPS kept losing their signal.
Yeah. And they're, I don't know how to read a map.
Becca claimed that she has never used a map before.
I believe it.
It just makes my heart hurt.
Makes my everything hurt. All right, guys, let us know.
And the maps, and like such as the Iraq.
Let us know what you thought of this train wreck in the comments. And until tomorrow night, much love.
Edit.